My honest thoughts on rolled ice cream might surprise you. Of course, these are my personal opinions and you have every right to disagree with me. I was first introduced to rolled ice cream when I saw it taking over the internet about 5 years ago. And I was very skeptical. I couldn't imagine it not tasting super icy and kind of like when you accidentally let your milk freeze in your refrigerator. And when I finally tasted some rolled ice cream, that's pretty much what it tasted like to me. But I don't know if it was just all in my head. You see, there's a science to making good ice cream, and I just couldn't imagine how rolled ice cream would accomplish those steps. There are usually 3 things that make ice cream taste good, and that is air, fat, and ice. And what always made me skeptical about rolled ice cream is the relationship between the ice and then the air. When regular ice cream is made, it's constantly being whipped up, which breaks down the ice crystals so they stay small, but it also whips air into it that gets trapped and makes it nice and fluffy and creamy. And if you see here with rolled ice cream, we're scraping it up and we are kind of chopping it together, but we're not whipping nearly enough air as it normally would get into regular ice cream. So in a way, we're manually trying to mimic what an ice cream machine would normally do with regular ice cream. In my opinion, us trying to chop this up manually on a frost top is just not a good enough way to add air into the mixture. This leads to the final product being a lot more dense than regular ice cream and just not feeling as creamy. Right now, you're probably thinking, wow, this guy is brutal. He hates rolled ice cream. And at one point, I'd say you're right. I did hate rolled ice cream. I thought it was the dumbest idea. And that's because in my head, I was always comparing it to regular ice cream and just how it could never compete with it. Then I became friends with a bunch of people that made rolled ice cream, and I got to try a lot of different kinds and a lot of different flavors, and it changed my perspective on it. You have to go into it understanding that even though it's called ice cream, it is a completely different thing, so don't even think about it as traditional ice cream. In a similar way, when you eat soft serve, you're not expecting it to feel or taste like hard serve ice cream. They're 2 different things, they have different consistencies, and you like them for different reasons. That was the journey of how I saw rolled ice cream from a flavor standpoint. But I also had very big opinions on rolled ice cream from the viewpoint of someone that works with ice cream every single day. One of the really cool and fun things about rolled ice cream is you have the ability to customize and make it your own because they're making it right in front of you. Like for example, right here, we're making a Fruity Pebble rolled ice cream, which if you've never tried Fruity Pebbles in your ice cream, it's amazing. You definitely should try it. So rolled ice cream is really cool because you can customize, make whatever you want because they're going to make it right in front of you. But the problem I had with that is that I worked at an ice cream place that we did the same thing but with traditional ice cream. In my head, I began to think through what was better, rolled ice cream or traditional ice cream, because you can customize both of them. And I still struggled to see rolled ice cream as better. But everything changed once I actually got to work at a rolled ice cream place for a night. I became friends with Dani, and Dani works at his family's cafe. And Dani's main job at the cafe is to make all of the rolled ice cream. After me and Dani collaborated a couple times, we thought it'd be fun to go live and maybe make some rolled ice cream for you. I learned a lot about rolled ice cream that night. I had made a few rolled ice creams for videos with Dani and it was a lot of fun, but I'd never made them back to back all night helping customers. And the biggest lesson I learned from that night is rolled ice cream is no joke. It is a lot of hard work, like a lot of hard work. I was used to taking my spade, scooping out some ice cream, throwing it up in the air a few times, slapping it onto the stone, and then asking you what you want, talking to you, then folding it all together, throwing it into a cup, or maybe throwing it to you. And then that was it. It was like a 30-second process. But that is not rolled ice cream. It takes about 5 minutes. If you watch this whole video, this is a 5-minute video and I'm making 1 order of rolled ice cream. When I chop, fold regular ice cream, it takes me about 30 seconds or so to help a customer. And if that were the case, I could make 10 ice creams in the amount of time it took me to make 1 rolled ice cream. I know. Dani is way more experienced than I am, and he could probably make many more than I could in 5 minutes. But I'm just saying, rolled ice cream is a lot of hard work, and it takes a long time to make. Which leads me to a bunch of questions for you. How much would you want to pay for rolled ice cream? How long would you want to wait for it? Because it just takes a lot of time, and time equals money. But one thing Dani did do is he restored my faith that rolled ice cream could taste good, because their rolled ice cream at Chocomania Cafe tastes extremely good, and they have so many fun exotic flavors that you can choose from. They even have some wild, crazy, exotic flavors like hot Cheeto and lime, which surprisingly is not that bad. It's pretty good. And I know you now want to see me make that, and I actually already have. So if you want to see it, I'll probably just link it in the description below. See, like I said, Dani is way more experienced and can get them done way faster. We just finished our rolls and he already has his all in the cup. But we're going to grab our perfect rolls, as Dani would say, which mine are not that perfect. When we're going to try to put the pretty side facing up. I think one thing that's so important to remember about life is that it's so easy to judge things from the outside, but once you actually build a relationship with something and see it from the inside, you have a whole whole new perspective. I had a lot of judgments about rolled ice cream before I made it, but after spending time with people that made rolled ice cream and then making it myself and eating a lot of rolled ice cream, a lot of my perspectives on rolled ice cream changed. I know this is silly and this is not that deep, it's just ice cream, but those principles are so true for life. Taking a step back and trying to see life through other people's eyes is very helpful, and it really can teach you a lot about them. While I used to hate rolled ice cream, I actually like it now. It's pretty good. But now I also know it's a ton of hard work, and I don't think I'd ever want to do it as a job. But I have so much respect for people like Dani that do it every day. I'm thankful for you listening to me and watching my videos and give me a little time of your day. So if you made it this far, please let me know by dropping one of these emojis down in the comments. Also, meet Dani. This is the guy that let me make rolled ice cream with him. And if you want to see more rolled ice cream, sub to Dani. I'm going to link him down in the description below. I still love you, Dani, but